Have you ever wondered what really makes a premium brand feel premium? Well, today we're going to pop the hood on a luxury company. We are going to deconstruct how they build their entire identity, and we're only going to use stuff they show to the public. So let's dive in. So let's start with the big question. What does luxury even mean anymore? Is it really just about slapping a higher price tag on something? Or is there a much deeper, more deliberate strategy going on here? To figure this out, we're going to analyze the public face of Delux Limousine. This is a company that calls itself a premier ground transportation partner, not just a car service. We're going to look at their website, their customer reviews, their social media, everything, to see just how they build that premium feeling. Okay, so every great brand has to start with a promise. This is the bedrock, right? It's what the company looks you in the eye and tells you they will deliver. This is their opening statement. You can think of the brand promise like a contract with you, the customer. It's their way of setting the stage, of managing your expectations before you've even spent a single cent. It really is the heart of their entire identity. So what is Delux promising? Well, if you dig around their website, it pretty much boils down to 3 core ideas. First, safety first. That's a big one. Then, reservation management you can count on. And finally, real expertise from their chauffeurs. That combination, it's all about building trust and showing off their professionalism. But listen, a promise is just talk, isn't it? The real test, the thing that really matters, is the proof. This is where we go see if what customers are actually experiencing lines up with what the company is saying. And would you look at that? Right away, in their Google reviews, customers are talking about these super tangible things: punctual, courteous, clean, comfortable. See, these aren't just vague compliments. These are the absolute basics of a premium experience, and it sounds like they're nailing it. And here, things get even more interesting. The word elite? Now, that's a powerful word. That takes the whole experience from just good to something really special. And you see the pattern, right? Professional, clean, on time. Those core promises just keep popping up again and again. You see this pattern all the time in their reviews. They're often short, punchy, and they just hammer home those key commitments. You get the sense that for these clients, being professional and on time isn't just a nice little bonus, it's the whole game. And Delux seems to be delivering. So when you sort of step back and look at all these reviews together, the picture becomes incredibly clear. The words that customers are using, punctual, courteous, safe, they're basically a mirror image of the promises the brand is making on its own website. The proof is lining up perfectly with the promise, and that connection, it's absolutely crucial. Okay, so promise, check. Proof, check. But how does the brand actually talk about itself to get those high-end customers in the door? This is where we have to look at the brand's persona, its voice. Now, check this out. When you hop over to a platform like LinkedIn, the whole language changes completely. It shifts away from all those practical benefits we saw in the reviews and starts talking about these bigger, more abstract ideas. All of a sudden, they're not just selling you a ride, they're selling status and intention. And look at this post here. It's putting comfort and luxury head to head. It's framing the whole service not as just getting from point A to point B, but as a lifestyle decision. That kind of language is super carefully chosen to appeal to a very specific kind of client. Someone who wants more than just a car. And this slide right here, this just brings it all together. It's their two-sided communication strategy in a nutshell. You've got the customer's voice, the proof, which is all about the tangible what. The car was clean. But then you have the brand's voice, the persona, which sells the aspirational why. It's selling the feeling, the identity, the status that comes with choosing them. Okay, so let's pull all these pieces together. After this deep dive, what's the big takeaway? How is this actually built? So it turns out a successful premium brand isn't just one thing. It's more like a triangle where these 3 elements have to be in perfect balance. You need a clear promise about what you say you do, you need real proof from customers that confirms you do it, and you need a consistent persona that tells a great story about the whole thing. When those 3 Ps, the promise, the proof, and the persona, when they all click together perfectly, they create the 2 most valuable things a brand can possibly have: real trust and a high perceived value. That perfect alignment is what makes the premium price feel totally worth it. So I'll leave you with this. The next time you're using a service or buying from a brand that you really admire, try to look beyond just the product. Ask yourself,
What's the story they're trying to tell me? And maybe more importantly, is it a story I actually believe?